Morning everyone. You might have seen that we started a bit of a story on Insta and Facebook on the main pages of Hannes's little journey today. So we will keep you all up to date on behind the scenes as well, but if you're not seeing anything, then do check out those other pages and we'll get on as much as we can throughout the day. I was just bringing Hannes in, who's spent a lovely morning in the turnout with the hay bar to himself, and he's just going down to get ready for travelling up to Penrith. So his op is scheduled for 2 o'clock, so we're going to be setting off from here at midday. We've arrived safely. Hannes has got a little bit warm during the journey. We've just taken his bandages off. We're going to give him a little wipe down and then bring him off to stretch his legs. He's bright and happy and just waiting now for Chris to come out.
We had to restrict the sugar as
we did.
Otherwise he was going to be as lively as the kids in the soft play area over there.
So yeah, he's had a nice bit of his molasses lick.
And post-operation, we have promised to take him through the McDonald's drive-through and get him a Happy Meal.
No, he's not having a Happy Meal.
Yeah, he does.
He deserves the Happy Meal.
He wants the little toy in it.
And he needs his apple slices for his health.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the apple slices. So.
Oh, bless him. That's him heading in with Chris. So Chris is going to take a look at him. He's a little bit reluctant. And let us know what he's going to need to be doing with him. Oh, this is the horrible bit.
So
we're out.
We
He's
are.
standing.
Look at this.
Honestly, if you'd heard what Chris was saying beforehand, we were all pretty much in tears because it was real touch and go as to whether even to go ahead with the procedure, because there was no skin to repair the area here. So we were expecting.
Oh, he's
sorry,
having a
Hannes is having a whittle.
Yeah.
We were expecting him to come out with a big gaping hole here because Chris didn't think that he was going to be able to repair this once he'd taken it out. There were 2 separate ones that he's taken out, and he's also taken out these other little black things that look like some form of crystal, but it's all going to be tested. You can see the stitches just on the outside here, but there's about, did he say 40 or 50 stitches underneath this to hold all that area together.
He said basically that's just the tip of the iceberg, because if he'd relied on just those stitches, it wouldn't have been enough because of how thin and basically terrible the skin around his eye is now.
Yeah, and it was tearing. So there's going to be an awful lot of management over the coming weeks, because although it looks very pretty, it's going to bleed a lot. We need to make sure that we keep it clean. We've been told about a visor to get for him, so that as soon as we get him loaded, we're going to get that ordered. It's about £250, but what you've all contributed will cover that.
So he's getting his own pair of Ray-Bans.
So he is. So we're going to get him UV protection ones as well. So one of the veterinary nurses has very kindly just measured him up. So we'll get that ordered. We'll get him home, tucked up in bed, and that's
him.
Way better outcome than any of us were expecting. And even Chris said that it was way better than he'd anticipated.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you the relief that I think we all feel.
Absolutely. And even though Hannes looks a little bit dopey at the moment, that is only due to the sedation, and he probably will feel a little bit ropey over the next few days because it's been quite a lot for him. Well, you know yourself, if you'd had a medical procedure, you're not going to spring straight back to life, so he'll just take it easy for the next few days, and then from there, with his brand new sunglasses, when we get them, he'll be able to go out in the field, he'll be able to continue doing a bit of stretching here and there, but we'll just listen to him, what he tells us, and do whatever he's happy for. So,
but wasn't it nice that they said how well he looks compared to when he came in May? when his coat was dull. He was clearly under the weather with the conjunctival sarcoid.
Yeah.
And he looks amazing now.
Oh,
Yes, you wanna
he
go
does.
on.
Yeah, he's got his, and I think it's not only within his body, it's they have a different demeanour about them when they're happy completely, and he's definitely got his sparkle back.
Yes.
So as long as Hannes is sparkly, we will continue to
We'll
do
all be sparkly as well.
yeah, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it all that way, along with your support. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'm
everyone.
glad that we'll all be able to sleep tonight, everybody. So yeah.
We're on our way home now.
We are on our way home.
The Hannes coat on, yeah. And we're gonna get him a superhero cape in this colour.
A superhero cape
Yeah.
to go with his new visor.
Yeah.
I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. It's the end of a long day for Hannes. He's now back home in bed, and I've just got some iodine solution I'm just going to dab his eye with. I just want to show you a little bit more of a close-up and explain quite how incredible this operation was today. So where you can see the stitches are, Chris has basically cut away that flap of skin and taken the sarcoid away from underneath the outer layer of skin. So rather than cutting a big hole, which he didn't have any good skin around this area to pull up and cover to help it heal, he cut the sarcoid away from the inside, which is why he's got 30 to 40 stitches underneath these outer ones. So these outer ones are going to dissolve, but that skin is so fragile, and it was beginning to tear during the operation, which is why Chris needed to do what he did. So what he's had done today undoubtedly has bought him a lot more time. And, we went from thinking that maybe we were shortening his life expectancy with this operation today, and that he may only have a month to go if he doesn't heal from it, to now believing that we've bought him a huge amount more time. As we've always said, this is something that we need to manage, and there is likely to be further growths in the area. And we went into this today believing that this would be the last procedure that he went through. But even Chris said today he was so pleased with how it went that actually what he'd like to do is look at him again in a few months' time and see whether it's an option to just close this lower part of his eye and stitch the lower part, the lower eyelid up to the top eyelid, just so that he can blink a little bit better. And because there are some lumps and bumps over his eyebrow, it may even be an option to take those out at the time before they become too invasive within his eye socket. So that's kind of where we are. But as I say, we've bought him more time. He's really happy and well. It looks very clean and pretty at the moment, but undoubtedly it's not going to look very, very pretty, because it's likely to swell now. Although he's going to be on antibiotics and anti-inflammatories, it is likely to swell up for a little bit and weep. So it will look a little bit grubby for a while, but we'll do everything we can to keep it nice and fresh and clean. And certainly the visor that I've ordered this evening is going to help. Time to say goodnight now. I'm going to leave Hannes in peace to enjoy his haylage and get some sleep. No doubt he'll be lying in his bed and getting covered in shavings, but hopefully not getting any in his eye tonight. Thank you all once again for sharing this journey with us, for all your amazing support, which has allowed us to get as far as we've got, not just with Hannes, but with all the other horses, you know, whether it's through donations, likes, shares, coming to visit us, just visiting us online. Everything helps with us getting the word out there about what we do, so that we can continue to help Hannes and all the other sanctuary horses here and any that cross our paths in the future. So thank you again and good night.